Hey guys, welcome back to another Virgo Girl recommendation. And today's recommendation is Michael. I did go to the theater to see the Michael Jackson movie. And how do I even, where do I even begin with this? First off, I don't think there's really any spoilers that people can give. I just think that people have just been given their opinions, and I kind of felt that there were. It's kind of like mixed reviews. Is kind of how I felt about this movie, but then I also felt like everyone just wanted to go see it anyway. That's pretty much where I was with it. There were a lot of things that people were saying that was kind of discouraging me from going because I'm like, should I just wait? But then I'm like, no, I'm gonna do this for myself. I'm gonna go experience this for myself, and then make my own, decision on how I feel about it. And I highly recommend you do the same. Now, for me, I was one of the people that was saying that I felt like a lot of people were being a little bit too hard on the film, and I was thinking, oh, they're just worried about only wanting to see salacious things, and I just felt like they were kind of like just not being giving it a fair chance with some of the things I was hearing. But let me just say, now I can see from after seeing it, I can see where they were coming from on certain aspects of things that they were putting out there. So number one, the film. Okay, let's just start with Jafar, the nephew that played Michael Jackson. It was his nephew. He did an amazing job. Okay, let's just start off there. He did everything he was supposed to do and more. I thought I just thought he nailed it. Now, as far as when we talk about the acting and the other actors, I kind of think that Joe Jackson, I did not like the Joe Jackson they chose. I think that I think someone else probably could have done a better job. Coleman Domingo played Joe Jackson, and I do like Coleman Jackson. It's just that I didn't like him for this role. I really didn't. And then I guess I'm not sure if you've seen the Jacksons and American Dream. That guy, he nailed it. He absolutely nailed it. His name was Lawrence Hilton Jacobs. He nailed that part of Michael Jackson's father, Joe Jackson. That was hard to come after. If you want me to be honest with you, I'm sure that's a hard character to play, and it was hard to come after that guy because he did such a great job. But Doman. As far as the makeup and everything goes, I think they did a good job. As good as they could, bringing Joe to life and making him look like Joe. I just don't think that he was the perfect person to cast for that role. I think they should have. I think another person could have done the role more justice. And for the other parts, I feel like the other parts were so small, and they didn't really they weren't layered characters because they skimmed over so much. I think everyone else did fine. I could critique some things with the possibly. I like the Barry Gordy. I thought Lorenz Tate did a good job on the Barry Gordy, but it was so short. It really did feel rushed, you guys, and it's because it's Michael Jackson. There's so much content, and they crammed it into 2 hours. I think. Well, I don't even know what to say because we do live in a time where people have short attention spans. So to put a movie out that's 4 hours and people to go to the theater and see it, it would be asking a lot. But if it's well written and it's a good movie, I think people would do it. Maybe even 3 hours. It needed more time. That movie needed to be at least maybe 3 hours and 15 minutes long, at least, because it was just like it was just too much that was skimmed over, which made it affected the movie going experience. So the things they left out, it did affect me sitting there watching the film. So yes, I do think that there should have been more. They should have put a little bit more into it. Supposedly, there's certain things they couldn't put in. There's certain people who wanted to be excluded from the project altogether. I thought it was wild that Diana Ross wasn't on there at all. Like it was just. a lot of things that kind of surprised me. But when I went back, I guess Diana Ross did not want to be a part. I guess these are people who didn't want to be a part of the film, so that's why they weren't there. It made it, yeah, because you, it's like you have an idea. I wasn't born during a lot of the times when he was Michael was out, but I mean, you know, you just have an idea because of history and people talking, and you just know certain things that kind of like took place back then, and the way the movie was presented to us, it was like what? I know like some people said it's almost like they want to rewrite history. I don't want to go that far, but I will say that they left out a lot that should have been put in there, and it would have made it a much better film. That's what I'll say about that. I do say go ahead and check it out. I like the music portion, but again, even the music part, there was a lot that was left out. A lot of more songs that I wanted to hear. I don't know if they aren't able to get clearance on some of the songs. I'm not sure like why so much was left out, why it was kind of like rushed the way it was. But yeah, those are my thoughts without spoiling the whole thing. I mean, and when I think about it, how can you spoil this? Because everything's already happened. It's just like it just didn't seem like a biopic to me at all. Like it didn't. It just seems like Michael Jackson, some highlights of Michael Jackson's life. That's what it seemed more like to me. And I think maybe if you go in there with the mindset of this is just some highlights of his life, maybe it'll be more enjoyable. But I think when you go in there and they say it's a biography or biopic or however you want to say it, yeah, that's a tough one to swallow after just sitting and watching it. It's like, yeah, there was so I'm kind of on the fence, but I will say if you are a fan of Michael Jackson and you've been thinking about seeing it, it's not going to hurt to go see it. I mean, I don't think it was like a bad time or anything like that, but it didn't give me everything that I thought I was going to get from it. But I am happy that I went to see it, and I didn't just sit back and take what other people had to say about it. I'm happy that I went to see it for myself. There was moments where I was just like grooving to the music, and there was moments where I was touched too. So there were some touching moments where it's like I got a little emotional because it's like wow. And yeah, so there were certain parts, yes, but for the most part, I really was expecting more, but I am, happy that they put it out. But I hopefully the second one will give us more. We shall see. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna wrap this video up. Until next time, don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. Peace.